Hey guys, it's homeschool room clean out day. Finally, it's been a crazy few weeks around here. I homeschool 3 grade levels currently, kindergarten, 3rd grade, and 5th grade. And so we generally spread out all around the house during the school day, and then everybody just kind of tosses their stuff on the table or on the little shelf over here. And then on the weekend, before the weekend, we'll go through and clean up, reset on Fridays, and I'll do the rest of it on Saturday or Sunday. But the last few weeks have just been a doozy, and things have just piled up and piled up and piled up, and I really need to give it a good boost before the end of the spring semester here. Just a little kick to get us through the last couple months of the school year. I need to reorganize these bookshelves, reset them with our Easter books and our spring unit study for my son for kindergarten 5 in a row, as well as just give everything like a good solid vacuuming, mopping, and little organizational kick. So I've got my little kombucha cocktail here. I love sparkling water and kombucha when I need a little afternoon pick-me-up. My kids are not home, so that's a big plus because all art projects that I do not need to save for their portfolios can now, you know, go where they need to go. And let's get right to it. If you have some cleaning to do, put me up on a shelf somewhere, clean alongside me, give this video a thumbs up if you like decluttering and cleaning videos, and let's get right to it. This is where we're at so far. This bag, this big Justice bag there, is recycling. It's a lot of odds and ends of Play-Doh kits that just aren't going to be used anymore. And then we have a little trash bag there. This is actually not method cleaner, that is thieves cleaner. So I've got some Play-Doh spots soaking there. This table is like, it's done for anyway. It is a school table. I let the kids craft all the time on it without a tablecloth. It's just a Walmart table. So that's soaking. I've got a couple things over there that I need to make their way into this cabinet. Don't mind the floor, that's gonna have to be last. And then over here, this whole little pile here, these are all art supplies or games that I'm gonna put out on the shelves out in the utility room. John just built me a lot of school craft and game shelving out there, as well as countertop and drawers to make like a little art station slash desk for middle school next year for my daughter. So I'm gonna take that out there later and organize that. So this is gonna soak for a little bit and maybe I'll go organize that. Now this is where I'm gonna find, I don't have room for stuff and I actually need to declutter because this I'm pretty sure is completely full, so I can't fit a lot down in here. So this all has to go somewhere because I have to have it be like aesthetically pleasing. It's really much more decorative than functional up top for me, and then under here is the functional part. And I kind of like using this to display things, which, you know, over time has backfired because all of our pretty display things have just been shoved under other things. So this is the part I've been dreading. phone.
Ooh, are you filming?
Yeah, but it's on a time lapse, so.
You good? You want to call me back?
No, I'm not good. I'm stressed. I want to be on the phone.
Okay, good. What's stressing you out?
The amount of stuff we have.
You mean your giant family?
Yes. Okay, it has probably been like an hour alone at this shelf, and this is where I've gotten so far. I forgot to show you the before in here. I actually wasn't planning on finishing. I was like, I need to take a break, but then my sister called, as you guys saw, and I started chatting with her, and I was able to get a lot more done. So this is all like recycling or trash. I need to go through it, but I just kind of shoved it all in that bag. These are donation, and then I've got to do something with that. I need to find a place for it. I went through all of these things and only put up there what we're gonna start the new term with. We're starting our final 12-week term right now of school. We are probably gonna be schooling up until like mid-June, but I don't think we're gonna start the next school year until the end of July, just because I have some things on my agenda this summer, travel-wise and convention-wise and things, and so I want to, I probably won't start beginning of July. I do have to do that stuff up there, although I'll probably just keep it up there. I did put a couple of Easter things up here instead of an Easter shelf. I put our morning basket over there. That hasn't fit there in a while. Let me see if I can, let me just detach the camera. Hold tight, close your eyes if you get motion sickness. All right, there we go. So I've got, these are, I'll kind of start stacking stuff for their end of term exams on here as I think of it, on these clipboards for the, for this 12 weeks. And then I've just got a bunch of like random stuff here. These are all Anna Vance letters to loved ones and prayers and their little journals over here. We're about to get a big order from Anna Vance soon, so I'll probably put a lot of that stuff in here as well. I've got their whiteboards and their Arteza markers down here. This is for if I have to bring stuff like in the car or to dance, I'll just put stuff in here real quick. And then this is like a three little divided organizer here, and each term I'll just kind of shove stuff in for Eli, Jesse, and Bella for their portfolio. So I need to get that bin out of the garage and file the stuff in there so that I have term 2's stuff for their portfolio down here now. I've got Material World and Hungry Planet down here. We pull it out randomly, but it doesn't fit in the drawers over here. And then I've got my homeschool planner, and sorry about the lighting, it's getting dark here. Yeah, I've got my homeschool planner, our science book, and then each shelf in here is like, excuse me, you've got math, writing, history, handwriting, handcraft, readings down here, geography is right here, nature study, and science. So we have all of our stuff in here. And now I've got to deal with the remnants of the things that I couldn't put away over here. I started building a shelf right here. I realized we haven't done much with our geography as far as the games we have. And I got another big batch of stuff of art supplies and stuff that belongs out there. All right, I literally could not film this while I did it. I was starting to get so discouraged by all of the messes. I'm sure you guys understand, like, I love homeschooling my kids. I love setting up, you know, different units and learning opportunities, but every so often you just kind of get a whiff of the, just kind of the indifference in the way that they treat the things and the effort, and it just makes you want to not smile on camera. So I just couldn't film. I was getting really frustrated and upset, but John came in, he helped me, I gathered myself back together, and once I kind of got it all decluttered, putting all the things back and setting up new learning centers made me really excited. So I always have to get to that point. And I really hadn't done this since Christmas time. I hadn't taken time to do like a good overhaul. So we're actually missing, I'll walk you through this, and then we're gonna eat dinner before I finish like scrubbing the floors and stuff. So the lighting's gonna like continuously get a little bit worse in this video, but it is what it is. We're missing a significant number of books because this is usually jam-packed. So I'm sure they're in the kids' rooms, which when I clean their rooms later this week, I'll find that. So I want to know, when I was sitting here working on our next 5 in a row unit, I'm bringing my older kids in on our next 2 5 in a row units. We're actually doing 2 books. We're kind of gonna speed it up. I usually take about a month per 5 in a row book with Eli because we don't do it every day. But right now we're gonna do like 2 weeks on one book and 2 weeks on another, because we also just ended our history year with the Civil War, and the kids and I are gonna kind of linger on the Civil War for a while. My girlfriend, who we do history with, her and her husband and their kids are going to be on assignment out of town for about 3 months. So we're not going to be doing history for about 3 months. So we're gonna stay at the Civil War. I'm gonna bring my kids into the next 2 5 in a row units and make it like a family unit. So based on what I have here, I want to know if you guys can figure out which 2 5 in a row books we're doing next. I just had to order them. I thought I ordered them at the beginning of the school year, but I didn't. So I got on Amazon and they will be here in 2 days. So tomorrow we're going to finish up the very last first time by making the recipe that Eli's been dying to make. And then, you know, I'll add the 2 books up here and we will start. So let me know in the comments below if you can figure out what you think our next 2 5 in a row books are. I've just got some other books down here, and then down here I set up Annie's little preschool shelf. She's got these stepping stones, which she loves, and then I put some little flowers in there because I think we'll do little, maybe like a little, oh, you know what? Let me grab another book. All right, I moved the book, and you'll see why in just a second. I just moved her little clock over here. She's been enjoying this little clock, and we actually have been using it in kindergarten as well. And then she's got these that she got for Christmas and hasn't used yet. And then those stepping stones, which I think I said. I changed the warm-up bin a little bit. They all have kiwi crates or koala crate. See, we've got an atlas crate and a doodle crate. And I needed the boxes for something, so I put them all in Ziploc bags. So they each have one to work through. And then I just put in a couple of, or a puzzle, a game, a manipulative, and then all of their activity books have been in here. Because they don't really have another place to keep them right now, so they just have free reign of all of the activity books. So that is their little warm-up bin right now. These are still their assigned readers, some completed, some incomplete. This is all the same. Well, what day is it today, John? March 9th. So we started back to school. This was the last day we did school. We started back to school today. We just didn't do calendar time. We've got all these books here. I'll show them again because it's been a while. The Big Picture Thesaurus, State Capitals, First 1,000 Words in Spanish, Timelines of World History, and the 50 States that we reference very often. Chapter books, and then this is the other shelf I just set up, and I'm really excited. So we need to, if you saw my goals video earlier this month, then you saw that bringing back the fun stuff into our homeschool was my goal. So this is kind of like our fun learning shelf for this week at least, maybe the next 2 weeks before they tire of it. So we're doing US geography. We have been for 2 years, and it's just time to review instead of just doing map drill all the time. So I've got their US floor puzzle. I just got them each these Across the USA activity books. I have had these and I wanted to give them to them as a reward when we finished our maps, but I just decided to use it to spruce up the learning. I thought that would be really fun for them. So, sorry, my video skills are off today. I'm tired. So I've got one for each of them up there. I've got their US Bingo, their Geography of the United States. These Brain Quests are just America, but it'll still be fun. We've got our US Scrunch Map, and then this, I'm really excited to show you guys this. This was sent to me for review. This world game I thought would be fun to review what they already know about the world and then US. And then I've just got some of my resources down here, and then I added this Lift the Flap Nature book to Annie's little Green Toys garden. So I'm gonna go eat dinner and then I will show you this game and I'll show you the rest of the homeschool room. Alright, so the kids and I are getting ready to play this game now. It's called the World Game, and each game comes with this giant map as well as, I think it's like 200 cards or so. Let me one-handed get this, let me just open it up. There we go. Alright, it comes with this map, and then on the back are the instructions and the information. So the game has 194 cards and a map of the world. Each country has its own card. Each card contains 4 facts about a country and holds 4 challenges. So the facts are area, population, highest point, and neighboring countries. And the challenges are the continent, flag, capital city, and a location challenge. And so you're trying to get all the cards that other players are holding. The dealer is chosen randomly, and it goes in a clockwise direction. Cards are dealt face down. So let me show you the cards so you know what I'm talking about here. These cards each represent a country. So we've got Lithuania here. I'm sure I pronounced that poorly. So then there it has the capital city. Here's the flag challenge. There's the continent challenge, which you'll see on the map on the other side. And then here are the facts down here. And there's 194 of those cards. And so for the facts, the player calls out only one fact from the card that's facing him. He can pick one of the facts that he believes is the strongest one of his country. Everyone throws their playing card on the table facing up. The card with the highest value wins. So the highest population, the highest point, the most amount of neighboring countries, or the area. So that's really cool. That is where geography comes into play. It's not just memorizing dry facts, but it's kind of just challenging it against other countries, which I think is really cool. So they're not just learning about the country that they have. The player that wins the turn gets to start the next turn. And the challenge is, the player on the turn can also call a challenge. He selects a player who will present the challenge. The selected player can choose between 4 possible challenges, which are the continent challenge, flag challenge, location challenge, or capital city challenge. And when the first player gets the correct answer, the turn is over. Each player can only give one answer, but is not obliged to do so. The first player who gives the right answer receives a card from the selected player who presented the challenge and from the player who called the challenge. Each player who gives a wrong answer must give their card to the selected player. So that's where sibling rivalry will just make this extra fun. If nobody answers correctly, the player who called the challenge and the players who gave wrong answers give their cards to the player who presented the challenge. So the continent challenge, they choose the name of the country they're holding at the front of their pile. Players have to name the continent on which the country is located. So that would be really, really great for younger ones to learn the different continents. Some countries lie on 2 continents. In that case, the player has to name both. The flag challenge, they show the flag of the country they're holding at the front of their pile, and they cover the name, the capital city. Players have to name the country that corresponds to the flag. That would be definitely a higher level challenge for my kids. Location challenge, they state the name of the country they're holding at the front of their pile. Players have to show the country on the map and say its number, which I think that one's awesome. And the capital city challenge, they name the country they're holding, and players have to name the capital city of that country, which again, that would be difficult for my kids. So there's that. So, like I said, they sent me this game for a review, so I wanted to share it with you guys, but I also want you guys to know that I did receive it in exchange for a review. So thank you so much to the World Game for sending this to me, and I'll put a link below to their website if anybody is interested in having this in their own homes. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you can relate to me with all of the feelings that you feel and all the emotions when it comes to cleaning out the schoolroom or other areas in your house, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.